Okay, we'll start the prayers. Page 6. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. Page 11. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment and anger to near ones, and aversion to others. Page 12. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Page 15. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Tayata Om Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Page 26. Short mandala. Omahum, Omahum, Omahum. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon, I offer in visualization as field of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryata Yami.
Okay, today continuously we will discuss about the dissolution. And the dissolution. Yes. We will know more things, about the dying process, the dying process. Actually, we usually say, the Lamaran teaching says this, that this is very important, to remember that death is sudden. The time of death is uncertainty. At the time of death, only Dharma can help us. Therefore, when we are alive, we should have some experience, profound experience. Profound experience. It will help us, Profound experience, the practicing, profound experience we will get by practicing Dharma, we will get, we cannot get, it's impossible from external things, we cannot get profound experience, Therefore, according to Buddha's teaching, it's emphasized, emphasized on the preparation for next life. emphasizing. If we can know about these 8 dissolutions, 8 cycles of dissolution, if we can know more, it really will help us when we are dying. It will reduce the fear of dying. This is the definite. Also it gives great hope. It will give great hope. When we are dying, there's such things. The phenomena will come to our mind. What as the text says. Here. Then you will get new hope, another hope, or I will have chance, opportunity again, to be born in better destination or more happier, Yeah, this is will come, this experience will come when you are dying. If we could know, about these cycles of dissolutions, or end the sense now, if we can practice in our put it in our daily practice, you can do in a daily, once in daily in our daily practice, this meditation, okay. This is very helpful. Now, since now we have no the real, we don't have the real experience, but now we have to this 8 illustration, the internal 8 signs, we fabricate the image. Since now when it will come, then we can recognize easily, we can understand where you are on this circle, on the stage of dissolution. Since now we try to make the artificial image, artificial image. Therefore, we usually say in the Vajrayana teaching, the generating stage and the accomplished stage. There are 2 stages of the, the practice level. Generating stage means artificial stage. The same, mutually inclusive. Artificial stage or generating stage means we have to fabricate, such deity or such the thing, imagination, artificially we have to create with the mind, When we get, the accomplished stage, then the real phenomena will come, Here, this is actually at right now the energy of wind flow. For us the right wind flow right channel and left channel. Wind cannot flow through the central channel. When the dying time, naturally the right channel wind and the left channel wind naturally enter into the central channel. Because of it, then we have this such kind of experience will come. That we, when alive, the yogi, the good yogi, by the meditating, they could send, the both winds, into the central channel. Then there are some experience like the dying, experience, they have, yeah. There was since now to do practice, to training, is very important. Okay, now we have to from the 3rd cycle of dissolution. Okay, first earth element it is into the water element. We have experienced shimmering mirage. Then 2nd circle, the water element is into the fire element. We are experiencing smoking as internal sun. Then 3rd cycle of the dissolution, the fire element disappear into the wind elements here, 3rd stage here. Okay, 3rd stage, the fire element dissolve into the wind element. Okay, external sun, one cannot, here on the third, when the people, the dying person, the reach on the third circle of dissolution, the such things, the such person, what kind of experience will experience, here say one cannot digest food or drink, because fire element is in water element, heat, lose the heat, therefore one cannot digest food and drink, on the third circle, also one is no longer mindful of affairs of the close friends, because the aggregate of the discrimination is dissolved there. Usually aggregate or discrimination function, one is, long mindful, of affairs in the close person. When it dissolved, then one is no longer mindful of affairs in the close friends, persons, Then basic wisdom of analyze, it's dissolved, on the third stage, third circle of the dissolution. Or this is the function of its function, ordinary consciousness mindful of the individual names, when it dissolves, one can no longer remember the names of the close person, yes. Then another factor dissolve, the no sense, on the third circle of dissolution, the no sense dissolved, as external sun, the such person experiencing, here in inhalation with exhalation strong and length, breathing out but very difficult to breathing in, on the third circle, like that, imbalance, breathing out and the breathing out, imbalanced, strong in exhalation, breathing out very strongly, I cannot breathing in, very weak, breathing in, then very close to die, Then other factor, odors, smell, smell, odor will dissolve on the circle of the third circle of the dissolution. Odors, as the external sun, one cannot smell. The such person surrounded by strong, how much strong smell, but the such person cannot smell, it means odor dissolving, dissolving, that on this, that is important. As on the third circle of dissolution, the dying person, what kind of experience, the dying person will have experience here, evidence of fire, flash or sparks within smoke, try to, we usually you meditate about it. It is very important to fabricate fire, flare, sparkling, this is very important. We try to have, this image. When you have experience, fire, flare or sparkling, it means you are reached on the, when dying time, you are reached on the third circle of dissolution, means what fire element is into the wind element. Then you have experienced fire, flare. Try to have clearly image, try to fabricate. Now we have to fabricate, not real phenomena not to come, Okay. Yeah, like when night time, when we make the fire out, or the wood get the fire, then in the night time, then we can get above the fire, like that, sparkling. Yeah, similar. Yeah, it's happening in time. Okay, then we move to the fourth circle of dissolution. Okay, next. What kind of factor dissolution? What kind of the external sun? What is kind of internal sun? Yeah, here also. Here on the fourth circle of dissolution, wind element dissolve. Yeah, and aggregate of composition of factor dissolve, and basic mirror of achieving activities will dissolve. Then tongue sense dissolve, taste dissolve, body sense dissolve, and tangible object dissolve. These kind of things. I think here 6 or 7 factors will dissolve on the fourth stage. When the wind element dissolve as eternal sun, here this important, the 10 winds move to the heart. In inhalation and exhalation cease on here on the fourth stage, on the fourth circle of dissolution. Here usually we have 10 winds. We usually say 5 root winds and the 5 branch winds. I think sometimes we can say, I think P winds and the S wind. Primary wind and secondary wind, or root wind or branch wind. We usually 5 winds lunga. In Tibetan say lunga, zabe lunga means 5 root winds. Root means love bearing winds. Rubber winds exist in heart, and downward winds, it exists in the sacral region, and upward winds, it exists in the throat, and the balancing winds exist in the navel, and the pervasive winds separate the whole body. This we call five winds. Okay. Then another 5 branch winds. The winds follow eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. That's we call branch winds. All these, usually that this is exist their own location. On this stage, all of this extracting, going back into the heart. Into the heart. Then no more breathing to the person. On this fourth circle of dissolution.
And then their heart slows down.
Heart stop, breathing stop, brain function stop. Clinically, people died. On this fourth circle situation, then people died. Because no breathing, no heart beating, no brain function. According to Buddhist teaching, still alive, not die. It's dying, not finished person. Okay, it's dying now. On the fourth stage. Then here external sun. Here this is the external sun of the wind element dissolved into the mental element. Okay, this is the first. This sun coming. These external suns come. These people, such person, dying person, have this kind of experience. Then aggregate of the composition of factor from the five aggregates. The aggregate of the composition of factor will dissolve. One cannot perform physical actions. That's at that time. On the fourth circle of the dissolution, Then also from our basic wisdom, their basic wisdom of the achieving activities, this will dissolve, Usually it is function here, our ordinary consciousness mindful of the external activities, purpose and so on. Yeah, this is the it is function. On fourth circle and the fourth circle of dissolution, this will dissolve. People will have this experience. This people will have this experience. It will no longer work. No longer function. This basic mirror. Achieving. Then tongue sense dissolve. On the fourth stage, tongue sense dissolve. Tongue becomes thick. What? When tongue sense dissolve, as external sun, tongue becomes thick and short. The root of tongue become blue. Say like that. This is the external sun of tongue dissolving. Then taste dissolve. Taste dissolve. One cannot experience taste. How much delicious food you put in the mouth. This at that moment the person cannot taste. Then body sense and tangible objects will dissolve also in this stage, fourth circle of the dissolution. One cannot experience smoothness, how much smooth clothing put on, body, cannot feel, cannot experience, or roughness, this doesn't matter, people cannot feel because body sense, tangible objects, dissolve, body sense dissolve there. Okay, that above this, then now here, quite coarse external material, external material or coarse amount dissolve already, the all sensual consciousness, like eye conscious, ear conscious, nose, mouth, tongue, body consciousness, all of these kind of consciousness dissolve already, Then the left, then now moved to the mind, the mental consciousness, here, also here, on the fifth stage, the factoral dissolving fifth circle, the internal sun. Yeah, here, 80 conceptions, this is only the mental mind, okay, mental thoughts. There is no, the one layer go deeper, one layer goes into the deeper, the such things will dissolve, one level go dissolve more profound, more deeper, because all physical consciousness, all of them dissolve already here. Then now started 80 conceptual thought dissolve. And this is we usually divide by three. From 80, and some of them the part of the attachment, and some of them part of the anger or hatred. Some kind of this in the part of some part of this is ignorance. Yeah, from 80 conceptions. Conceptual thought. Here. Then here, when dissolved, wind elements dissolve into the mental elements, then the such person, as internal sun, the such person will have experience, like here, this sun coming, burning butter lamp. Appearance of here. Appearance of internal sun, such person will have appearance of a sputtering butter lamp about to go out. Okay, this is coming. This we try to meditate. We try to have the imagination of this. The butter lamp. Yeah, this is will coming. Like that, no movement, just almost go out, This kind of experience, try to have this image of the plumbing of butter lamp, which goes, out, which about to go out here. There's no motion to the bottom. It means wind dissolved already. There's no motion. Every motion comes by wind. Therefore, there's no motion. Just flaming, no motion. Then opposite, when you are when you are dying, when you have this the image of the plumbing of lamp, it you should understand at that moment. Now wind element dissolve into the mental element. Wind element is dissolving now. Yeah. Okay. Then fifth circle, fifth circle, the 80 conceptual dissolve. From here, then the only internal sun will come. No external sun from the fifth circle of dissolution. Only internal sun will come. Yeah. Here, wind in that here on the fifth circle, winds in right and left channels above heart. Intercentral channels at the top of head. This is the cause. Say here, the cause of the wide is wide. Here is a wide light. That such person will have wide light. Wide light. Experience. In text say, in Tibetan, text say here. For one analogy, when in the autumn, at the early morning, in the autumn early morning, in the sky there is no clouds, no mist, no smoke, just very clean, sky. At that moment, if there's some moonlight come through the sky, then what we will experience, just something wide, wide, This kind of experience, appearance will come, to us. We will experience, this kind of appearance, When, this is coming, 80 conceptual thought dissolve, then what appearance come? 80 conceptual thought dissolve. What appearance? This kind of what appearance come? Here say. Killer vacuity filled with white light. Here say actually like that. In autumn, very killer, very clean sky. Then wind, then moonlight spread into the sky. Then what we say? We see that wide, we have wide appearance. Then this is why such out of the you know, out of us, you know, out of the body, you know, the inside of the body, not such like kind of thing, you know, not out, you know, out of like the autumn sky not happening, you know, not does not exist there. But people experience, you know, such person, dying person have experienced this kind of appearance, you know, will have, because he has, you know. So now we usually say text in the Vajrayana teaching says usually the white kundalini exists in the head chakra, red kundalini exists into the navel, you know, the normally the person, you know. In the dying time, here say, you know, the left and right channel above heart chakra, you know, from here above heart chakra, left and right channel, the wind flow enter into the central channel, you know. Because of it, you know, when wind flow into the central channel, because of it, some heat, you know, I think, then the white kundalini from the head chakra melting, you know, flowing down, you know, above the heart chakra, you know. Then such person, the dying person, will have this kind of experience, you know. Yeah, here, winds, you know, in right and left channel above heart, inter central channels at the top of, you know, head. Yeah, then white kundalini melting, you know. Therefore, the person have, you know, this kind of white evidence, have white evidence, you know, evidence of the white, you know, have, you know. This is the cause. The right side, the white, you know, like the experience. Why the person have the white appearance, you know, appearance of white light, you know, in like in the sky, clean sky, moonlight spread, you know, because here, you know, the white, the wind in right and wind in left channel now enter or flowing, you know, into the central channel, you know, because of it, the white kundalini melting down, you know. Then people have this kind of experience. Yeah. Then we call here empty. That this experience will have everybody, every dying person will have this experience. We usually say four emptiness. From here come four emptinesses. Emptiness, very emptiness, great emptiness, total emptiness. You know, the four kind of emptiness will come. This first, the first here at that moment. Also, if you this experience come by through your meditation, if you have this, and you say, gawa, joyful, with same time will come joyful, you know, joyful. Gawa, yeah.
Many people who experience death, but they come back to life, sometimes they speak of the white light. And they say they see the white light, joy, love, and then they come back to life.
You are talking resurrection, yeah?
No, near-death experience.
Yeah,
Near-death experience.
who maybe have accidents or something, they almost die, or they maybe do die briefly. Back.
These people can say, yeah, such experience, yeah?
Yeah, they speak of
Yeah,
white
yeah.
light. They all say
Yeah. This very good. This proof, you know, supporting this practice, yeah.
so I wonder, yeah, if you can still come back.
Yeah.
Still
You can say,
come back.
I can sabab, you say, yeah? From dying to sabab, yeah? This proof, yeah, that's what, according to Buddha's teaching, not dying, not dead, not finished person, but dying. Yeah, on the last stage, then finish. Now it's dying, not finished person is dying. Such a person is dying now. The taking the processing, you know, dying process taking, you know, not finish. Yeah. Then, yeah, joy. Gawa, kebar gawa, like the four emptiness, same time joyful is coming. Yeah, joy, great joy. Yeah, joy, very joy, great joy, total joy, like that. More happier, more profound experience, Yeah, will coming. Peaceful, very peaceful, like the in samsara, samsara being, this is the most peaceful area in samsaric being, that moment most profound experiencing joyful happiness. Yeah, because all the troublemaker dissolved already. The troublemaker is cause wind and cause mind. Anger, attachment, jealousy, conceptual thought, doubt. The jealousy, all of these kind of the natural dissolved, not dissolved by antidotes, but the natural dissolved. Dissolved. There no more troublemaker there with birds. Very peaceful. Yeah, all troublemaker usually this kind of cause mind in the cause winds. Yeah, this dissolved. Then subtle mind comes, subtle energy come out, and very peaceful. Yeah, not bad. Therefore, sometimes says, His Holiness sometimes says, I'm waiting for this process. I'm preparing because he is meditating. Always, experiencing. Then sometimes some people like, to die. Oh, this such kind of things. Opportunity, to exam. What kind of coming out to the person. Okay, then sixth cycle. Okay, in the sixth cycle, the mind of wide evidence. That from here, the black obtaining, wide evidence, all of this kind of the part of mind, part of thought. Part of mind, consciousness. This is consciousness, but more subtle consciousness. Mind go deeper, more subtle, Yeah, mind. Yeah. Now mind of wide appearance. Yeah, that. Then when 80 conceptual dissolved, mind of wide evidence manifest. Mind of wide evidence dissolved, mind of red increasing manifest. Here. Then now, on the sixth circle of dissolution, mind of the wide evidence will dissolve. Okay? Then experience will come very clearly, vacuity filled with red light, this time, on the sixth circle. What is the cause of, then now what is the cause of the red light experience? What is the cause of it, Then here, wind in right and left channel below heart, enter central jhana at the base of the spine. Here say, like that. Actually, this is the now. Then at this, because of the aid, when the wind in right and left channel below heart enter central jhana at the base of the spine, because of it, then red kundalini melting. Red kundalini into come flowing up from the navel. They are flowing up below heart chakra. They are going up. They are going up because they, the power of the wind, enter into the central jhana. Then red kundalini, going up. White kundalini, first white kundalini going down. Now red kundalini going up under the below heart chakra. Then people, dying the person have experience, some like that, empty sky, blue sky, then sunlight flashing, that's like reddish, like reddish, come like that, experience. Try to try to have that. To have the white evidence and the red evidence. First, we have try to have to fabrication the white evidence, in the sky, in the empty sky, the light, moonlight fly spread, what will have the appearance, we have appearance of. When we have the white appearance, like the moonlight spread in the empty sky, at that moment we should think, the white kundalini from the head chakra going down, through the central chakra, up of the heart chakra. Then we have this experience. Okay. Then next, this is then next. Then now it considered dissolved into the mind of the white appearance, Then now mind of the white appearance dissolved into the mind of the red light, red appearance, Yeah. Red increase, yeah. Dissolve. We have experience, Yeah, like the red, light spread into the clean sky, Try to have the red image, fabricate, artificially try to have the image. Here I have one doubt, This text has almost every text this about it say, when on this is appearance, empty sky, empty sky, no clouds, no smoke, no mist, then sunlight spread. Actually, it should become, reddish, red, I feel sometimes when sunrise, it doesn't become red. I think it becomes the white again. How do you think?
When sun rises?
Yeah. Sunrise, sunlight spread into the empty sky. Is there the color is become red? Do you think in the sky?
Sometimes. Talking about the actual rising of the sun, dawn.
Yeah, sunlight spread, into the sky. Sometimes I feel, it should be bright, wide, like datum, yeah. Start datum, actually. But sometimes after sunset, when sun setting, there is pure white color, then it's reflected in the red become, yeah. I think we should have that, like this kind of image, Yeah. Red,
When I die, I'll let you know.
now since we have to artificial image, try to make, yeah, exact same, artificial image.
There's an old saying that sailors used to have when they were sailing. It was red sky at morning. Sailors take warning. Red sky at night. Sailors ahead. They're talking about the weather. Prediction about the weather based on the color of the sky. And they do say red sky in the morning.
With Tibetan says same. With Tibetan says, "Gongmar me, shongmar chu." Red sky evening, tomorrow hot, no rain. Red sky in the morning, we have rain today.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Same, yeah? Yeah, we say like that. Gongmar me, shongmar chu. Means evening red is fire, morning red is water. Means rain will come. Yeah, same, I think, yeah, same. Yeah, like that come red, yeah, we have to image, you know. I think, yeah, this kind of experience will come, yeah. When red Kundalini flowing through the central channel come up under the below heart chakra, you know, then the such person, you know, come experience, yeah, will have experience of this kind of experience. Okay. Now we have finished 6th, yeah. Now 7th, yeah. On the now 7th circle, yeah. 7th circle, the mind of, yeah, the mind of red increasing dissolve here. Yeah, one steps deeper, you know, the mind goes deeper one step, you know, again. Here, then experience person here at first we're only filled with thick darkness, you know, that like, yeah, that's kind of will experience the such person, you know. Then it's swooning, you know, unconsciously, yeah, people have this experience, you know. Because what is the cause of this experience? Here say upper and lower winds gather at the heart, then winds interdrop at the heart. Now on the seventh, the sixth circle, the flowing wind blowing above heart chakra, yeah, blowing wind about below heart chakra, you know, not entered into the heart chakra, you know. On the 7th circle board, enter into the heart chakra, you know, into the heart chakra, you know. Then also, then because of it, white Kundalini and red Kundalini meet into the heart chakra. They contact. These two kind of Kundalini contact into the heart chakra. Then person have this experience, you know, like the darkness, you know, here. Here, that the empty, you know, sky like filled up with thick darkness, you know, very dark clouds, you know, very dark clouds, you know, filled up with dark clouds, you know, like that. Also sometimes, you know, in the night time switch of your light in house, you know, like that, you know, become dark, you know, darkness, you know, immediately. Then also here says swooning, unconscious, people immediately become unconscious, you know, on this circle, the seventh circle of dissolution, swooning unconsciously, because no, yeah, for a short moment, you know. Then here, that now this is the mind of the, when mind of red increases into the mind of the black near attainment, you know, then we have experience like this, you know. The all winds dissolve into the very subtle, you know. Then on the 8th stage, you know, on the 8th stage, the mind of black near attainment, nirto nalamba, this is the, again, you know, nirto nalamba say, with Tibetan say, this is more, yeah, subtle mind, you know, second subtle mind, you know. Then next, the most subtle mind will come, you know. Here, the factor all the wind dissolve into the very subtle life bearing wind, you know, and the indestructible at the heart, you know, and this on the 7th stage, you know, and very clear awakening free of the white, red, and the black, evidence the mind of, you know. Then this is when you know, when the mind of black near obtaining dissolve, what kind of experience we have? When the mind of black near attainment dissolve, what kind of the experience the dying person will have? Here, evidence, you know, the very killer vakuni, you know, the free of the white, red, and black, you know, the very pure man. Sometimes I feel sometimes when we go to Green Lake, yeah, when we look in the water, sometimes very pure, green, blue, yeah. Such this kind of feeling, that dying person have experience, very.
Through these cycles,
Mm.
there's no actual conscious thought, though, is there?
Yeah, subtle mind working there.
There is.
Yeah.
So, if someone were to actually be dying of something like Alzheimer's or something where their mind's kind of gone, does it come back to them in these places where they're actually maybe a little clearer even?
Yeah. But mind working, still working. Mind always working. The difference is right now for us, the cause, gross mind working. When on this first stage, gross mind, cause mind dissolved already, no longer there. The subtle mind come out.
I see.
Usually we don't. We usually our subtle mind cannot work. It cannot work because the gross mind is working, subtle mind hiding inside.
I see.
When gross dissolved, the subtle mind come out.
I see.
Yeah. At that moment, if this practice, then we could, when we are reaching on this stage, when we have this kind of experience, we should try to make the connection, the memory which we have on the level of gross mind, what we have now starting practice Dharma, there's some recording, in our. Yeah, this we have to connect to the subtle mind.
I see.
Yeah, then subtle the mind level, we try to understand, practice meditation, Buddhicitta, practice understand emptiness, Or if you can connect like this kind of thing, this is very important. This is the bond, yeah. Then reach the next level, very. Yeah.
There's terminal lucidity as well in some diseases where you're getting that. Things like Alzheimer's are they're obscuration to the gross mind, but not to the subtle mind. And as the gross mind starts to dissolve, those obscurations can start to dissolve. So right before death, people can sometimes be normal.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Mm.
End of life burst or whatever. Yeah.
Terminal lucidity is that. It's the gross mind's obscurations start to go away with the gross mind.
Yeah. Then here, the eighth stage, the mind of the black near attainment dissolve. Experience now here that this is the last stage. On this the people finish that. When you experience here like this, very clear awakening free of white, red, black, appearance of them, then like you have the image of the green lake, sky, very pure blue, very pure, because the such kind of the subtle pure mind, the most subtle mind, most pure mind, come out, yeah, because of it, then you have experience, this like this kind of thing. Then we call here mind of the clear light of death. So now you're dead. Now from on this stage, the person died, finish.
Those who remain in
Yeah, that
is that
on this remain. On this stage, that on this stage, last circle, eighth circle of dissolution, this kind of experience, that now you have, like you look like, you see like green, like, look very blue, pure, clean, physical, mentally very peaceful, then stay there on this, maybe some, the real, that we should, according to many master says, if the real tuktam means on this level you should meditate emptiness. This is the real tuktam. Otherwise, just remain on this the blue experience. This it is not real tuktam. As real tuktam, you should remember emptiness on this stage. When you have this experience, you understand, you in your life, you studied, about the teaching, emptiness, this is, should remember on this, then meditate. This is the real, with this mind, if you can understand emptiness, then you are not going to the pardo. Understand? You are not going to the pardo. You yourself create the illusory body. You could generate illusory body. Then instead of pardo, within one short lifetime, you become enlightenment. Yeah. This is why Vajrayana teaching is.
How long does the average person remain in Tuktam? How long?
On this stage, according to Buddha teaching, on this stage, at least everybody remain 3 days. Therefore, never the performance funeral. Body should at least 3 days at home. Yeah. Then some also on this, then when meditating, awake from meditation took them, then here, white kundali comes from, white, white and the red kundalini come from nose, then we can understand. Or this awake from the tuktam, from the meditation, Or this is the healthy body is come. The weak body is not coming. Usually the people, long-term, prolonged illness, prolonged illness people will come, not come this true kind of indolent because body is very weak, The good body people then come. Yeah. Here, then on this, then have opportunity to practice to take the death as part of wisdom body, Dharmakaya here. Then remember experiencing this kind of experiencing, should think, the wind blew empty space, you should have, you could try to remember. Then also you as same time you should think it is a lack of inherent nature. And you have great experience, great bliss you are experiencing, you should consider this is the great bliss of the world. Such kind of your deity, what kind of your practice, Yametaga, or you should think this is the wisdom body of Yametaga, wisdom body of Gya Samaja. Now I am achieving the state of Yametaga of Gya Samaja. That is the we call taking death as Dharmakaya. Yeah, this is the main practice here on this stage, last. Yeah, then again reverse will come. Then next lap, John, the people, if can actually emptiness, no need going to the parto, it's separate going, except the, enlighten quickly, Then just regular person, then connect to the next lap, Near black obtaining come first. Then red increasing, then white appearance. This is reverse coming. Then we have to understand about some parto. Okay. Then now finish. Okay. Now. Yeah.
It would be hard because there's differences.
Yeah, a little different. Yeah, according to Giluk Sigul, I will introduce some parto about next.
Next week.
Yeah, next Sunday. Yeah, then John, now reverse. Reverse. Interest intermediate state. Then again this love. Yeah. Okay.
Geshe, could you explain the difference between the 10 winds and then the 6 winds here? I think you said
Well, 6.
Hallelujah.
Five. 5 root winds and 5 branch winds.
Okay, and then in the book that you had sent to me, they had the 6 winds. Umtu. These 5th through 8th cycle,
Mhm.
those winds versus the 10 winds.
Mhm. Yeah, 10 winds. We usually say lungchu.
Umtu.
Yeah, we usually call lungchu. Zawe lunga the yela lunga. Zawe lunga means the 5 root winds. Yela lunga means 5 branch winds.
Okay.
Yeah. You have seen, I think, as 6 root winds.
Not-
You mean?
They're not root, but each channel has upward wind, downward wind, upward wind, downward wind.
Yeah.
Is that these?
I think this is another explanation. Yeah, I think. Yeah, as we usually call zawe lunga, we usually say this is the very always very official, 5 root winds, 5 branch winds, total 10 winds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could also just be reading it incorrectly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dedication, right?
Yeah, page 38.
Mm-hmm.
Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body-mind naturally born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore.
55.
55. Om Swasti. Like the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitayu's Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. Please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading the holy Dharma through explanations and practices in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You are the one who is an unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Om Guru Vajramuni Sasana Vimukti Soha. 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 Page 40. Meg mezer waiter chen chen reze dream making wang bo jan de ya yan chen de zu ye dong ga lo zan dag be Las do wande
Zongaba Lozan Dragbe Jala Zovade Me Zave De Jereze Jeme Jebe Wambo Jambe Ya Kanje Gebe Zuge Zongaba Lozan Dragbe Jala Zovande Om Benza Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Benza Sado Denoba Deda Dedo Membawa Sado Gayo Membawa Zubo Gayo Membawa Anirada Membawa Zawazide Membawa Savagama Zuzame Jida Jayam Guru Ahao Bhagavan Savadada Gada Benzama Memada Benzam Bhava Mahasamaya Sado Ahum Be.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe. Everybody. I just wanted to take a few minutes